I told my husband, I don't know how many times I wanted to pull these floors up. They don't match anything in the house. They were breaking, they were cracking, and it was just time to replace them. He was not into the idea. He thought these floors were fine, and I was just crazy. But I found this tool, and I showed him crazy because I started pulling these floors up, and he came home from work. He wasn't thrilled about it, but you know what? I was getting through it. Them tiles came up. I was pulling up these boards. I was in a good mood. I was ready to go. That 90s music was hitting. I was going. It was happening. So I ended up running into a little electrical stuff because I had to move this cover out of the wall because the tiles were under it. So I just called my friend Dave, and he walked me through how to do the electrical stuff, and I was able to get this cover out of the wall. And Chloe, get out of here, always under my feet. But I got it all cleaned up. I had to get all these staples out of the floor. That took up a lot of my time. One by one, hundreds of these staples everywhere that was holding up that board that was in. But once I got that up, I was able to put down the cement board. Those came out really nice. And then it was time to tile shop with my daughter. So we ended up going to Lowe's actually to get the tile that I chose. I ended up going with the darker one just because I thought that darker would be easier to keep clean. I also got this wet saw tile cutter to cut through the tiles. Got this spinner mixer thing for the drill. It just connects to the drill to mix the tile glue. I had done tile before, but it was just backsplash a couple of times, and I thought doing the floors would be the same. It wasn't. It was a lot. It took a lot out of me. It took a lot of time. It took a lot longer than I thought it was, but I was committed. Those nails went through it. My goodness. But look at those edges though. That took me like 3 hours to do because I just didn't know what I was doing. There was so many angles, and I was just regretting all of my decisions because there was no end in sight at this point. My whole house was a mess. It had already been going on week 2 at this point. But my daughter started helping me with the grouting, which made it go a lot faster. She wasn't happy about it, but she helped. And I found these shears to cut the quarter rounds, and they were really hard to cut through, but they did the job pretty good. They angled them really well, and I was able to get through it a lot faster than using a saw. And the results made it all worth it. Once it was all done, put back together, it's exactly what I was wanting for my kitchen.